Hey everybody, and welcome back. This is episode number 32 of the Future Solutions Fence and Outdoor Clip of the Day podcast. My name's Dave Gatto, and I'm your host. Really cool episode today, guys. I'm inviting you to think outside of the box today. I'm inviting you to change your perspective on what a business is and what a business isn't and what's possible for you in your business, right? Because most of us start out thinking that we have a business, right? And it might look like a business to the outside. The IRS might treat us as a business, but we really don't have a business, right? What we have is we're owning a high-paying job rather than a business, right? And hey, I know there's a lot of people out there that are in this perspective right now, and that's okay, because I'm here to tell you guys there's a way out, and this is also part of the process of your evolution process with growing in your company and becoming an actual business and experiencing exponential growth, right? Now, like I said, guys, most of us start up with very little funds or no funds at all, like myself and a bunch of other people that I know who are now successful entrepreneurs. So we do the marketing, we generate the lead, we go out there, we do the sale, right? We tell the customer, hey, I'm coming out here. I'm going to be the one doing this job, my team. I'm going to make sure everything's cool. I'm going to make sure that you're happy with everything. So you go out, you schedule a job, you work out all logistics, you get the material there, you do the job, you collect the money, you record it in your books, rinse and repeat, right? Now, doing that, guys, you're only going to get so big. I remember doing that and getting stuck at 200 or 300K a year, right? I could only do so many jobs, and I could only do them 5 days a week because I had to be out there for the entire weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Thank God I didn't have a family at the time, because I don't know what they would have said about that. But Saturday and Sunday, it's estimates all day long, right? And then I sell the work for the week to get me and my 2 helpers jobs for the week. And I'm doing the same thing, guys, right? But what I'm doing is I'm staying stuck. So I said, how do I get out of that? How do I get out of this, man? How do I make more money, really, is what I was looking at the time, right? How do I grow this business? So I go out and hire a second crew. I hire a third crew, right? I train somebody that was on my crew to be able to run the crews, right? So now I'm like a project manager. But I'm still doing all my estimates on Saturday and Sunday, and some of them after hours, right? Because some people are cool with me coming out in the dark. Some people are cool with me doing them on the holidays. Me, I had no life at the time, so I was just completely focused on my business. It didn't matter. I didn't have a family to answer to. So now I'm project managing 3 crews, still doing the sales, right? So now I'm at like 800,000 and $1 million, right, for the year. And it's as big as I could get. Like, I could keep expanding more crews out there, but I'm limited because I can only do so much sales. So what do, guys? I hire a salesman, right? And I know where you guys are at. Some of you guys are at. Some of you are probably way past this, and some of you are probably here, right? Where you want to be out there doing the job, right? It's a technical job. If somebody's got to do it, you're going to do it. You're the best at it. You're the best at making these sales. You know how your company works. You know where your margins are at. You know what your numbers have to be. But I'm here to tell you guys that's not the truth, okay? There's people out there who are way better salesmen than you. There's people out there who are much more efficient and better installers and can manage a team a lot better than you can, right? I'm here to tell you that. There's competent people that you can hire in your company that can do this for you. So I hire a salesman, right? So now the salesman's out there, they're doing all the sales, and I'm in there working the office now, right? Because I got to man the office and the keyboards and all that stuff and the computers, and I got to start scheduling these jobs and calling in these digs and ordering these materials and talking to this crew, talking to that crew, putting this fire out over here with that customer, right? I loved it. I was a madman in the office. I was boom, 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 getting it done. Things are popping now, right? So now I'm at 1.5, 2 million. Right? Stuck in that office. I can't go nowhere. I can't do anything else in my business to grow my company. I am swamped in paperwork. I am swamped in phone calls. I am swamped in locators calling my phone, asking me about gas lines and power lines and all kinds of different, communication cables. And, I got customers calling me up and say, hey, where's the crew that was supposed to be here this morning? Where's the materials? All this stuff, guys. I can't grow. I'm stuck, right? So what do, guys? I hire a secretary, right? And a secretary, you know how it is. You take so much of this stuff and complaints and putting fires out. And you start to get jaded out there, right? And you start to get short with people on the phone and say, I'm sick of these customers calling me and talking like this or talking crazy and, what do you mean my fence isn't going to start today? And all this other stuff, right? So what you do is I hired somebody who likes to do that, who is much more competent and much nicer than I am on the telephone and can sit there and take a beating on the phone and remain nice. We all know those people, right? We bug out on the phone and laugh, yeah, and they're like, sorry, I need you to calm down, right? They just stay calm through the whole thing. Okay, so that's what I hired, right? And then I said, hey, this person has a lot of skills. They're very intelligent, right? I'm going to give them some more responsibility, and I'm going to give them a raise, right? Charge of bookkeeping, charge of scheduling. They answer the phones. They order materials. They take inventory. All this stuff, right? So now I got the secretaries in there, right? And I got an administrator, an assistant administrator. I got a salesman. I got an inside salesman, right? So now I'm experiencing the exponential growth that I should be, right? And your growth shouldn't be like this. It should not be 200,000, then 300,000, then 400,000, then 700,000, then a million, then 1.2, 1.5, 1.8, 1.85, 1.9. It shouldn't be like that, right? It should be like this. 200,000, 400,000, 800,000, million, 2 million, 4 million, 8 million, 10 million, 20 million. That's what exponential growth looks like, right? That's what healthy growth looks like in a business. Now, some people might have it all worked out on a piece of paper. They're like, oh my God, that's growth way too fast. And let me tell you something. It's really not, right? Because growth is how much you can handle. What type of pain tolerance do you have in your company? What type of management skills do you have that you can take that additional growth on, right? So that's how your growth should look, right? So then I started looking at business differently and saying, wait a second. I didn't hire all these people out there. What about somebody that can replace me, right? Because when something goes wrong, these guys come to me and ask me questions, right? I'm still pulled away from growing my company and swamped in little problems. Hey, Dave, what do we do here? What do we do here? What about this? What about this person? What about this money? What about this idea, Dave? And I get swamped in that, right? So then I started hiring managers, right? And putting people in managerial positions to hire that, to do that stuff, right? Then I started experiencing freedom in my company. And does that mean, guys, that I go out on the golf course or I go to the casino or I hang out with my wife all day or hang out with my family all day and don't go to work? Yeah, sometimes I do that. But that's not technically what that means for me. Can I do that? Yes. But I'm an entrepreneur and I'm focused on growth and I love what I do. Like, I am excited to do what I do today, right? I'm not waking up in the morning like, oh my God, I got to go do this. I got to do that. And I got to talk to this person. I got a meeting with this asshole, blah, blah. No, I love this stuff, man. I'm excited. I am excited every single day to do this, right? So what do? I work on growing my company. I'm involved in other things, guys, in my company. I'm involved in meetings with the bank, talking about financing, showing them business plans to expand my enterprise, right? I'm looking for locations that I can buy and I can overlay my infrastructure that I spent the last 10 years building my systems and processes, right? Because the systems and processes, now that we're talking about that, that's the key to all this. Because once you get these people in place, you need to develop and document your systems and processes. Hey, what do I do when somebody doesn't pay? What's the process for that? We do this, we file with the magistrate, we send them some threats out, whatever the case might be. Document that, put it on paper. Okay, hey, what do I do if somebody hits a gas line? Document that, put it on paper. What do I do if an employee comes into place intoxicated? Document that, put it on paper. Make a video about it, make a test for onboard. That was the key, right? Because people don't got to call me up and say, hey, Dave, oh my goodness, such and such struck a gas line. What do we do? Because back in the day, that used to be a huge emergency. Oh my God, the fire department, the police, everybody. Now, it's all handled, right? Everybody knows what they're doing. They call in an emergency to the PA1 call. They shut the job down. They get interviewed out there. It either gets replaced by us or it gets replaced by a company who mismarked it, right? We have a process in place. So people aren't bogging me down. I am involved in other things in exponential growth in my company, right? So if this blows my mind when I see entrepreneurs out there who have been in the game for 10 years who I think know about business, and they really don't, right? Because here's the truth about business is if it requires your presence to run, and without your presence this operation will sink, that is not a business, my friend. You have a high-paying job, right? Because I'm here to tell you right now that if I left today and I passed away, my business could continue to run. My wife could come in there and start running my business. Everything is documented. My presence is not required. And I'm always thinking about that, right? Like when I come up with a new idea or I come up with a new bolt-on for my business, I always ask myself this question: is this going to require my time? Or is this something that I can hire out, sub out, right? Is this going to pull me away from my family and what I'm doing? Now, I'll just give you an example, right? Right now, guys, I'm in school. I'm almost done with it. It's like 100 hours of courses, right, where I'm becoming a licensed business coach, and I'm getting certified for this, right? I'm taking all these classes and doing all this stuff, and I'm not doing it to start a business coaching, right? I could coach 7 days a week, 15 hours a day at a high rate and never make the amount of money that I make at my company without my presence required. It's just not going to happen, right? I got so many people out there, so many moving parts, sales flying out the window, tons of teams out there working in the field, people in the warehouse working, the phones are all going, all the minds are going in there all the time. The office is chaos. I love it. And it's a well-oiled machine and it runs and it doesn't require my presence. Now, if I was to coach and be a full-time coach, right, because I needed the money and I want to grow my coaching practice, I would be a slave in front of my computer on Zoom all day long. Why am I being a coach, guys? Because I really love helping businesses, right? That's why I do this podcast. I want to pick a few people every month who I'm going to work with, and I'm going to work with them, right? Because I'm really good at being able to analyze a business and saying, hey, I'm going to show you in the next 45 minutes $100,000 that you're leaving on the table, and I'm going to show you how to capture that and give you a whole plan to capture that, right? Because I'm good at analyzing business because I learned to be a business owner, right? I learned to have an automated business, right? I'm not going to be traveling around the United States, getting pulled around my family, doing something, pushing products. No. If I can't hire somebody to do it, I'm not going to do it. Right? Just like if I was going to actually grow my coaching practice, if I actually needed to do that for monetary purposes, I would hire and vet coaches and a team and an IT team and have staff answering the phones and people answering email and chat bots on there and all that stuff. But I wouldn't be out there doing it. But the reason that I am coaching is because I love helping businesses. And there are so many people out here, even people that watch this podcast, who know me, who have probably helped you out. And did I charge you anything? No, I didn't, right? Because I don't need the money. So, guys, I just want you to change your perspective. If you're out there and you're working in the field, right, and you're out there doing the installs, you're doing the sales, you're doing the paperwork, it's okay. But start to come up with a plan. Say, hey, who can I train that can replace me in the field out there? And is this a person that can train another person? Is this a person that can manage a crew? How do I get out of the field? Can I hire a salesman? Can I get some proprietary software where all the pricing's in there will make it really easy to onboard a salesman so they could just go out there, sell the fence, and let the software do all the calculations in the sale for them, right? Can I ride with them for 30 days and can they shadow me and I can show them how to do sales the way we do sales and then let them go, right? Can I hire people that can handle all these phone calls? How do I get my cell phone to stop ringing, right? How do I get my number? Let me throw this thing down. My cell phone barely ever rings. I went on vacation a month ago and my cell phone rang one time in a week. Why? Because everybody knows what they're doing. It's a documented system and process. There wasn't a single work-related phone call. I think it was somebody trying to sell me an extended insurance policy or something like that on the phone. So yeah, if you're out there, guys, and you're stuck in this and you can't grow, I'm here to tell you right now, there's a way out. Start thinking outside of the box. Start reading books like Traction. Start talking to people, guys, who are actually doing that, who actually grew a business into an 8-figure business and has experiences and is experiencing freedom out there and has some of the qualities that you want to have, that they possess, that you want. Maybe they're physically fit. Maybe they have a great wife, a great marriage. Maybe they have beautiful kids and a beautiful home and things that are attractive to you. Start talking to those people. Don't talk to the people out there who think they know how to run a business, but you see them out there bogged out in the field on some quest all day long, right? If that's not what you're after, don't go after it. And I'm here to tell you that where you are and where you're trying to be, where you're trying to go, there's already people out there who have been there and done that, and they're at or been at where you're trying to grow. Which means this, guys. It means there's a blueprint out there for this. There are blueprints, step-by-step blueprints on how to be successful, right? It's not a secret, guys. This isn't a secret. There is a clear, defined path to get to where you want. You just need to be able to take direction and listen to people and work really hard to do that. And you can experience freedom financially and freedom with your family and freedom with your time. Guys, I hope that episode helped you out. If you like this, share it. Tell a friend about it. Subscribe to it. See you guys.